Hello everyone! So this tutorial will be on my Pocahontas necklace. I started by drawing out a pattern, which I pretty much did by just trying out some shapes out of some old newspaper, and then I cut it into small pieces to get the pattern. Then I traced all the pieces onto some 1 cm EVA foam. I cut all the pieces out with my box cutter. And then I took a dremel and I rounded all the edges. I used some masking tape to try all the pieces next to each other to see if I still like the shapes. Then I put it onto some scrap fabric. I just used an old sheet and traced around it. I cut out the shape. Make sure you cut on the inside of your markings so your fabric will be a little shorter than your foam. Then I just glued on all the foam pieces onto the fabric. I used wood glue, but I think fabric glue or PVA glue will be fine. I also covered the back with glue, just to make sure that my fabric wouldn't fray and it wouldn't be able to come undone. Next, I heat sealed everything with my heat gun. This closes up the cells to make it easier to paint. Then I cut away more of the excess fabric and tried it on to see if I could still tie it. Next, I heat formed the part that goes over my shoulder, and I just hold on to it until it cooled so it would keep its shape. Then I just brushed on a couple of layers of artmedium, but you could also use something like flexbond or plastdip. I also put some of the artmedium on the edge of the fabric so it wouldn't be able to fray. Then I'm putting on a couple of layers of gesso, and I actually only did it because it was white and I didn't have good coverage white paint. And then I just used some acrylics to paint it blue. I went back in with a little bit of black acrylic to give some more definition between the edges and to make it look a bit more 3D. Next, I took some varnish and I only put it on that stone part just to make it a bit more shiny. To attach it, I took a long eyepin and pushed it into the foam, then pulled it back out and added some superglue to push it back in again. I did the same for that little stone piece, and then I added a jumpring so I can connect the two together. This way it still has some movement, which makes it look a little bit more realistic. I also ended up cutting those little triangular pieces that I used to tie them into two. It was just a bit easier. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, you can subscribe to my channel. And if you want to see more pictures of this costume, you can check out my Facebook and Instagram.